Hello and welcome to Challenge to Build. Today's video is I'm playing a dentist. And the reason I'm playing a dentist is because in the previous video for this truck, I went ahead and was going to replace the starter due to heat soak. And when I removed the starter, just by luck, the flywheel was in the position to where I saw that it was missing a tooth. Not this tooth, but I'm going to show you my idea of repairing the flex plate. Now, I'm doing this for basically one reason. One, just to see if I can even do it. I posted a couple pictures on Twitter, and I had a lot of people saying that you could stack welds, weld it up, file it down, grind it up, kind of profile it, so this way here you don't have to take out the transmission. So I'm going to at least attempt fixing the flywheel. It's already broken, so what the heck, right? So the way I'm going to go about doing it is I don't want to stack the welds. I have made a replacement tooth for the flywheel. I will show you how I got to this point and then continue going through the process of trying to repair the flywheel. So with that said, it's time to challenge to build and play a dentist. All right, so all I did was roll out a little bit of plumber's putty, and it's pretty straightforward. All I did was take basically a casting of the flywheel and then carefully just peeled it off, just like so. And then I'm going to take this over to the workbench. And once I had the casting, or the mold, whatever you want to call it, I took a razor blade and simply trimmed off the excess of the sides, leaving me with a beautiful template for molding or grinding or shaping, whatever you want to say, the new tooth. Now, I'm not necessarily going to go in how I did that. It's pretty self-explanatory. I have a piece of 1/4-inch steel plate. I simply took a flap disc and then started grinding down and sharpening more or less one end. And then once I got the profile made, I kind of rounded it off, and then I just kept working it and placing it inside the groove of the flex plate. And then to kind of verify, I'm actually going to replace the starter with this new mini starter. And then just to kind of verify, I took it and placed it inside the drive gear of the starter and found that with probably 10 minutes worth of grinding and shaping, I got it shaped up, and then I just cut it out of the 1/4-inch. And I'm probably going to grind a little bit more off of this, but I left it a little long because now what we're going to do, once you get your tooth made, I'm going to go back underneath the truck with the grinder and actually start grinding out where I'm going to insert the tooth. So that is next up on the list. I moved the flywheel or flex plate into a position to where I can work this. And the idea is just to go really slow, because what I'm going to do is open up a spot to where I can slip this in. I'm going to kind of grind away some of this meat right here. And then the idea is to insert it up in there and then put a tack weld on either side of the flex plate up where the meaty part of the metal is. So, like I said before, this is just a let's see if I can fix it kind of thing. Simply a band-aid for now. But here we go. Wow. Like a glove. like a glove. I bet you won't even be able to tell once I get this thing welded in there. Sweet. All right, I'm gonna take a quick picture of this, show you what it looks like, because it's very difficult for me to film this. It looks really good. I'm gonna go ahead and get my TIG welder set up, and before I do that, I'm gonna clean this. TIG welding is a very clean process of welding, so I want this to be good and strong, so I'm gonna take a couple extra minutes and clean this up with the grinder on either side, and then get a little bit of acetone and clean the metal real good. The next shot that you'll see is tacking it in. So this is pretty good. I'm pretty confident about this. I feel like I got it. I guess we'll know one way or another. It's either going to work or not. That's what I wanted to do on that side. That's better. Why couldn't I do that on the other side? Because I can't get into the other side and see the other side. That's freaking beautiful. Jeez Louise. If I showed you this side compared to that side, oh, you would laugh. And I am having a heck of a time trying to fix this side, so time for the grinder. It's like nothing was even there. But I do want to put another weld on it to try to get some better penetration on it. That's better. Whew. It ain't the prettiest thing, but for a Band-Aid, I think we're in good shape. It had a cavity. Now we got a tooth back in there. Just remember, this is only temporary. This is only a temporary fix. It's not staying like this. It'll stay like this until it breaks again. And then we'll convert this to a manual transmission. We'll make it a dually. We'll put airbags on it and put 10 lugs on it. If you want to see that, you got to blow this video up, leave me a comment, and this way here I know that this is something that you're going to want to watch. Something that I'm going to want to do anyway. But regardless, comment, thumbs up, like it, share it, all of that stuff. Whew. I'll meet you back up on the top side to wrap up this video and call it quits. All right, that worked out really, really well. Better than I anticipated, and it was a lot easier than I anticipated also. I definitely would recommend, if you are thinking about trying to do something like this, you are going to need a TIG welder. I wouldn't even really think to try to MIG weld because of how the spatter and all of the mess that's created with MIG welding. You definitely need a very clean, pinpoint accuracy weld. I struggled on the one side, as you saw, but a grinder made that disappear and I just put another weld over top of it. The other side, beautiful, one shot, done deal. So I am using the ArcCaptain Tig200. There's actually a review on my channel about it. Highly recommend it. That wraps up the video for today. Coming up real soon, within the next couple of days, hopefully, you'll see the real reason of why I have this up on jack stands is to replace the starter. I'm kind of thinking maybe the starter wasn't actually the problem. Although I do think that suffers from heat soak because I started having a problem on longer drives because of the headers heating up the starter, not starting the truck. I have no idea how the tooth broke. And it really doesn't matter. But I was serious about what I was saying down there. The long-term goal for this truck, I think, is going to be converting it to a dually, throwing on some 10 lug 22s maybe. Airbags, if anybody remembers the dually I did a custom airbag suspension, so I would like to possibly do something like that, along with converting it to a manual transmission and throwing on a Holley fuel injection aftermarket kit. So a long list of possibilities with this thing. So if you want to see any of them, drop me some comments in the comment section below and let me know your thoughts. And with that, we had a successful dentist appointment. And I'm kind of wondering if I should have been a dentist rather than a mechanic slash welder slash builder guy. But we can talk about that on another episode too. So thanks for watching. Get out there, go challenge your build, be safe, and I will see you in an upcoming video.